Tazia Banza Balawan Banya Shala.
Tazia Banza Balawan Banya Shala.
Yabashim Shabrakata.
Yahabashim Shabrakata.
Laya Shrala.
Laya Shrala.
Abanel. Shabbat Shamar.
Kodash.
Ayah. Shemka.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah.
Zaka.
Ayah. Aisha. Baratasa. Kawa. Hayah. Bashaman. Natalina. Lakab. Kal. Yawam. Lasalakana. Kabawatna. Kasalakna. Kabawatinawa. Wala'a. Babi'ayanawa. Banasayawan. Abal. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wataparat. Laiwalamium. Come on. Let's pray in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. But thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
This is the power of Allah Kodash. Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Yahushua.
Babakashah. Natalanawa. Haka. Larpa'a. Kamakala. Marawa. Haka. Latahar. Amatazarayim. Haka. Lahakwim. Hamathium. Haka. Arakawa. Hatama'ala. Lagarasham. Bahasham. Yahushua. The water. Amen. Now the power prayer in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
This is the blessed Israel and also the Yahweh.
Bahasham. Yahushua. Rakanawa. Wayashala. Waha. Bayat. Saparim. Barak. Bahasham. Yahushua. The water. Amen. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
This is the book of Psalms 121 and also does. Aisha,
Ayanya, Ahahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratazar, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawaka, Mayata, Wa'ai, Awlam. Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keep Yasha'ala
he that keep Yahshua
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade
Yahweh is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time
From
forth
this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Dakarash,
Al-Dakarash,
Wa-Ata-Shakwat,
Wa'ata-Shakwat,
Al, Hayahana,
Hayahana,
Awyamyaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamayawan,
Wamashana,
Wamashana,
Yakar,
Yakar,
Naash,
Naash,
Nashawa,
Nashawa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Amaka,
A'amaka,
Yarayamwa,
Yairayamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatai Tazawa,
Wayatai
Wayataya
Tazawa,
Tazawa,
Altazabawanika,
Altazabawanika,
Hamarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakat Yadam,
Winakatidam,
Gawi,
Magalia,
Rayazakar,
Walayazakar,
Samya Sha'al,
Shamya Sha'ala,
Awada,
Iwada,
Khayar,
Haya,
Wa'atazawa,
Nawai Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakaba,
Al-Yakad,
Ayaka,
Waryat,
Baryat,
Yakarathwa,
Nakarathwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashmael,
Washmaaliam,
Mawab,
Mawaba,
Wagarian,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wamawan,
Waimawan,
Wamalak,
Waimalak,
Palashah,
Palashat,
Amishabi,
Imeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Amam,
Imam,
Ayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasiyal Sarah,
Kasaya Sarah,
Kayabian,
Kayabya,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Wayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayandara,
Bayandara,
Ayawa,
Hayawa,
Dama,
Daman,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Shaitam,
Shaitamwa,
Nadayamawa,
Dadayamawa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakazabat,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabat,
Wakazabat,
Wakazamanai,
Ukatazalmanai,
Kanasai Kamwa,
Kaunasai Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amar,
Amarwa,
Narashah,
Nairashah,
Lanawa,
Lanawa, Ah,
Nanawa,
Naawa,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alhaya,
Alahaya,
Shaitam,
Shaitamwa,
Kagalgal,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Roka,
Raka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Shabair,
Dabaira,
Yair,
Yaira,
Wakalaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Haryam,
Haryam,
Kanthar Dapma,
Kanthar Dapma,
Basairka,
Basairaka,
Basawapatka,
Wabasawapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wabakwashwa,
Weabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Yabahawa,
Weabahalwa,
Ai,
Ayai,
Wekaparwa,
Weakaparwa,
Wekabadwa,
Weabadwa,
Wedaiwa,
Weadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ata,
Ata,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Alkahal,
Alkahar,
Aratazah.
Aratazah. Psalm chapter 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence,
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
lift up their head.
They are taking crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people
and consulted
and consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off,
let us cut them off.
for being a nation,
Be the nation.
that the name Yasha'Allah
And then Yasha'Allah
may be no more in
may
remembrance.
be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Baal,
and Ammon,
and
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have spoken to the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
at the
Kisan,
brook of Hassan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb,
and like Zeid.
like Zeid.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah
all the princes of Sabbath
and as Zalmunna,
and Asamunah
who said,
said,
Let us take to
Let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like the wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a
and
wood,
the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire.
as a flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
Persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name,
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded
let them be
and
confounded
troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most
art
high
the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Look at the blessings. And the last one, guys. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Wa Yaka'ah.
Wa Mayaka'Allah,
Wa Alahai.
Wa Alahayim,
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah,
Alawak Yahana.
Alawap Yahana,
Alawak.
Ha Alawapim,
Hasaranya.
Hasaranya,
Ekwad Zayad.
Akwata Zayanya,
Ekau Yam.
Hakaya Yolia,
Wa Wati.
Waha Akwatia,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bashim.
Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water. Amen. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Yahweh Shai,
and Michael,
and Michael,
and the angels,
and the angels,
commanding General Yohana,
and the general Yohana,
the generals,
the generals,
the captains,
captains,
the officers,
the officers,
the troopers,
troopers,
and the
and
sisters.
the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in the
Shai,
name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it.
All right, go ahead and set the scroll down. Go ahead and blow it on. With that, sorry, you turn to face the front with Shabia, which means to sit. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Barakatah. Yahweh Shemar Atam Hashem Yahshai. This is Isupk that started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York in 1969. We are under commanding General Yohana, here to teach the truth of the Bible that so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites according to the scriptures. It is, of course, a Sabbath service. And in the Sabbath service, what we've been doing is we've been going through Genesis to read about how Israel became a nation, about the beginning of what it took to see Israel see through the times that we lived in back then. It is no different than now than it was back then when it comes to Israel being persecuted and having to deal with famines and having to deal with plagues, and having to deal with oppression, just like how we did in Egypt. It's no different than it is here in America. So we're going into the Bible to continue where we left off from a previous Sabbath service, and things were again getting real interesting because we're seeing just how Israel is getting settled in a land called Goshen, which is a part of Egypt at the time. And when I say Israel, I'm talking about Jacob and his sons directly, because they're still alive at this time. So this is when Israel as a nation is first really starting to be formed. And it was, of course, because of Joseph and his righteousness that we even were able to survive that time. So we got to be real thankful about the men that came before us that lived righteously and to follow their example as we continue to uphold the culture that was given to them, which is given to us all these years later. Let me see. We're in, what's that? 18. Genesis chapter 48 and verse 20.
Okay.
Genesis 48 and 20. We're going to start in the reading in the Hebrew, and then we're going to translate it to the English. Again, Genesis 48 and 20, you can get to that in the interlinear version in the Bible Hub app. Bible Hub is an app that you can download for free, so you can follow along with us. You just click on the app. Once you load into it, just hit interlinear and then go to Genesis chapter 48 and verse 20. Let's go ahead and get it going.
Okay. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 48 and verse 20. Waya Bak Rakam Bayawam Ha Wa Lamawa Baka Yabarat Yabarak Nasrallah Lamar Yishab Makkah Alakam Ka Rayam Waka Nasham Wayasham Ata Aparayam Lapanya Manasha. Verse 21. Wayamar Nasrallah Yawasa Hanaka Anakia Ma'ata Yaha Alakam Amakam sorry Ayakam Washab Atakam Al Aratza Abata Yakam verse 22. Wanaya Nata Taya Laka Shakam Akyat Allah Akia Ashar Lada Kia Taya Mayad Ha Maraya Bakia Rabaya Oba Pasha Taya Pa.
That was the end of that chapter.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. Wajah, Korah, Jaquab, Allah, Banayawa, Wayamar, Hasha, Hasha, Sapawa, Wagayada, Wagayada, Alakam, Ata, Asha, Yakara, Atakam, Bakia, Rayat, Kaya, Mayam. Verse 2. Haka Batazawa. Washa Ma'ayim.
Washamayim.
Washamayim. Manaya. Jawakwa. Washa Ma. I want. Allah. Yasser Allah. Abakayam. Verse 3. Ra Wapan. Bara. No.
Karya.
Bakaria. Ataka. Kakia.
Mhm.
Warashayatha.
Mhm.
Awan Naya. Yata. Shita.
Sha'ath.
Sha'ath.
Wayathar.
Wayatar. Azza.
Mhm.
Verse 4. Pakyas. Ka Mayum. A. Tawa. Tabra. Kaya. Alayat. Masha. Kabaya. Abaya. Aiza. Azza. Halalta. Aitza wa aya. Alakha. Pa. Verse 5. Shema. I won. Shema I won. Wala waya. Akim. Kalaya. Hamas. Maka. Makara. Daya. Makayatam. Verse 6. Basnam. Allah. Taba'a. Napashaya. Abakwa. Khlam. Allah. Takyat. Kabadaya. Kaya. Afham. Haragaw. Aisha. Wabaratza. Naam. Aikwa. Shabra. Verse 7. Arawanra. Upon Kaya. Isa. Wa I. Ba. Ratam. Kaya. Kasta. Akia. Lakom. By Kwab. Wapa Yatzum. Bayasharal. verse 8. Wakawan Daha Atha Yawa the Wankia Yawa the Wanka Akia Yaraka Ba'irapa Aya Bayaka Yasha Taka Wawan Waka Mania Abakia. Verse 9. Gabra Ajaka Yahawada Mata Rapa Mania Alaita Karai Robatza Kariaha Waka Labaya Maya Ya Ka Ya Manawan. Verse 10.
I'm gonna go to verse 25.
Okay. La'a Yaswa Ra Shabbat Maya Ha Wa
Da.
Da
Mhm.
Wama Ka
Quack.
Quack Mabayun
Mhm.
Raga Laipwa Aida Kaya Yuba Shalaha Shaya Lawa
Mhm.
Walwa Yaka Hata
Mhm.
I Mayam. Verse 11. Asharia
Upon.
Lagapan
Mhm.
Aya Raka Ya I Rawa Walisha Rakwa Mania Atanai Ata Nawa
Mhm.
Kaba
Kabas.
Kabas Bayan
Mhm.
Waba Mubashan Wapadam Aina Bayam Za Wa
Sawafwa.
Subath Wa. So with the Wa. So with the one. Verse 12. Ka La Yalai
Yeah.
Aya
Ayanyam.
Ayayun Mayayun
Mhm.
Alaban. No, shit. Walaban. Shanayim. Makala. Pa. Zabalawan. Lakia Wap. Lakiwap. Yamayum. Yizakan. Khawan. Lakiawan. Pa. Anaya Wata. Waya. Ka. Waya Katwa. Allah.
Ow.
Al.
Zayadan.
Tazayadan. Verse 24. Verse
14.
Verse 14. Yeshkar.
Khamar.
Oh, I get it.
Mhm.
Yeshkar Kamar. Garam. Rabatza.
Mhm.
Banya. Ban. Yan. Ha. Masha. Pa.
Pathiam.
Pathium.
Mhm.
Verse 15. Wayaya. Nakya.
Mhm.
Kaya. Tawa. Wata. Haratza. Kaya. Na ai maka. Wayata. Shamawan.
Shakamwa.
Shukamwa. Lazaba.
Mhm.
Wayahaya. Lamas.
Mhm.
Ibad. Sa. Verse 16. Done.
Mhm.
Yadayan. I mawa. Kahakda.
Ka'achad.
Ka'ahad.
Shabbat.
Shabbatya. Desharala. Verse 17. Yaya. Done. Akisha.
Nakash.
Nakash. Alya. The rock. Shapa. Yapan. What?
Mhm.
Oh, Yapan. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shapa. Yapan. Aliyah, Arakia, Hanashak, I the Baya, Susa, Maya, Mujapa, Rakwa, by Rakaban, no, Rakaban, Akiwa, verse 18. Layasha, Ba I, the Ka,
Mhm.
Kawaya, the Ya, Yakawa, God,
Garawad.
Garawan, Ya Ga, wa danwan
Yagawad Nawa.
yagawad nawa
Mhm.
wakawa
Mhm.
agad
Yagad.
agad akwab
Mhm.
sa. Verse 20. Asha Asha
Ma'ashar.
Mashar
Mhm.
Sha Mana
Mhm.
Lakwa Laka Lakya Mawa Wahwa Yawan
Yatan.
Yatan Ma'ai
Danya.
Danya Malak
Mhm.
Sa. Verse 21.
Napatalia.
Napatalia. Sorry. Napatalia Ayala Sha Lakha
Mhm.
Hanatan Marai Shapar
Mhm.
Za. Verse 22. Bun Parat Yawasa Bun Parvata Ailaya Ayun Banawat
Tazada.
Tazada
Mhm.
Aliyah Shabara. Verse 23. Waya Mara Ra
Wayamar Ra'awa.
Wayamar Ra'awa
Mhm.
Waraban Wayasha Mata Khawan Ba'ai
Alia.
Ba'alia at Zayim. Verse 24. With the shop Bayatan Kashatan Wa Waya Pazawa Zara'aya Yadayaun Maya Daya Abaraya Yawakwa Ashmam Raka Abun Yashra Allah.
Excellent. Give him a hand. Read that shit. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to the English. Where do we start at? It was 48 and 20, I think.
Mhm.
So we're gonna read that in English now. Let's go ahead and talk about what we just read because there was quite a few scriptures there.
Right.
All right, let's get that.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 48, verse 20. And he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. Verse 21. And Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but God shall be with you and bring you again unto the land of your fathers.
Now this is basically prophetic because what just happened before this was that Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, and it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's. Why is that? Because Manasseh was the firstborn son. But Jacob chose Ephraim over Manasseh as if there was a priority there. You understand? But that's why he's easing what he's doing, because it displeased Joseph to see that the father was preferring the younger son and not the older one. But he's correcting him. Jacob is telling him, and Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die. But, well, back up. Read verse 20 again.
Okay. Verse 20. And he blessed him that day, saying, indeed shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh.
Mm-hmm.
And he said Ephraim before Manasseh.
You understand? That's the Most High working through Jacob to show which one of those two tribes would be greater. Not that they're not Manasseh's not great, but there is something to that there when it comes to them, because we know that we don't see a tribe of Joseph. We see Manasseh and we see Ephraim. You understand? So this is what he's saying. He's saying that these two are going to represent the tribes that are of Israel under Joseph. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 21. And Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but God shall be with you and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Verse 22. Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow.
Go ahead. Go to the next chapter.
Okay. This book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father.
So this is like an exclusive cipher, damn near, of Jacob prophesying to his sons of what's going to happen within each of their tribes and how they're going to tie into what's going on with them in the final days. So this is prophecy right here. Genesis 49, this is a scripture that we go to quite often, especially when we're talking about breaking down the 12 tribes chart. You understand? So it's going to go into some details on that here. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Verse 4. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wantest up to thy father's bed, then defilest thou it.
So what is this referring to? Go ahead.
Smart, sir. This is referring to when he took his father's his wife.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hell of an event to have happened, right?
Right.
He didn't remember. He didn't forget about that. And it's interesting, too, because Joseph was a little bit displeased to see that Jacob had chose Ephraim over Manasseh. Well, even in this particular case, Reuben wasn't even though he was physically the firstborn, it said right here, it says, thou shalt not excel.
Right.
You understand? And when you think about what the 12 tribes of Israel are now, who is Reuben?
So-called Seminole Indians.
So wait, hold up. Oh yeah. So this is one of the reasons why they are specifically one of the more discrete tribes amongst Israel. You don't see a lot of Reubenites out there, but they're out there, and we have to go get them. We have to make sure that they wake up to their true heritage. You understand? So when you think about some of the other tribes like Ephraim, would you say they excel? What about Manasseh? Not so much. About Isupk? Definitely Isupk excelled, right? Oh, you gotta, once you get further into South America, you can see just how much all the northern tribes kind of sort of did, right? But this is specifically talking about Reuben. Go ahead.
Okay. Because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defilest thou it. He went up to my couch.
Keep going.
Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. In instruments of cruelty,
Keep going.
in instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
This is even further prophesying on exactly what is going on with Israel in the last days, because these two tribes are a cruel people. Meaning what? Meaning they're very extreme. They're very austere. What's up? Somebody come. You're gonna come.
Wait, did you finish the?
No, he's gonna read it. The English. He's gonna continue where we got. Go ahead and get ready, Carl.
This was my 7 watch from the Dutch and then 7 in English. And then switch.
Go ahead.
Officer, you call your Allah, Banyashkar, Banyash Allah.
Officer, call Yalla Ban Yashkar Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Barakatah.
Yahweh Bashem Yashar Bagatah. Go ahead. Sound cries. We good? All right. Moshavia, which means to sit. You understand? And so we're going to continue reading on Genesis chapter 49. Go ahead.
What verse are we at?
Verse 5.
Khan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 5 in the English.
Mm-hmm.
Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they've definitely gone through the rough, you know what I'm saying, some of the roughest environments of being raised up in. You can think about Haiti, for example, the tribe of Levi in the modern day and age. They've gone through so many turmoils and have gone through so many changes in what they believe their identity to be. It has led to some cruel aspects in their lifestyle. And again, this is the priestly tribe, Levi. Simeon, also the name Simeon means my affliction is heard. So they know about the blues. They know about the cruelty of life. They know what it takes to survive. And that's why it's hardened their spirit in the way that they have. They're very stern. They're stern tribes amongst Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly.
Mm-hmm.
Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce,
Mm-hmm.
and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them into Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
You know what we call that? Every family has that. We call them the problem child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And these two brothers right here are definitely assets amongst Israel for a very specific purpose. Of course, the priesthood was something to kind of help keep Levi, giving them something to do. And so making sure that these tribes have the right environment for them to grow and being amongst the other tribes. You know, the Most High says that in the last days, they would be amongst the other tribes and scattered in Israel. So they are, of course, around us. You know what I'm saying? We think about the mission to Acuna, for example. When Isupk went to Acuna, which is a city right on the other side of the border over in Mexico, we saw the spirit of Levi in there. Of people with a disciplined spirit of perseverance, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? I saw them firsthand, how they are. And as cruel as the scripture's saying they are definitely a people that can be brought back into the fold, and once they learn their identity, become a great asset amongst Israel. Almost like I don't want to say crash out, because that's what a lot of people say nowadays, and I don't even like that term, but more of like a weapon. These tribes are people that can be weaponized against our enemies because of how fierce they are. Go ahead. Read.
Verse 8. Judah, thou art whom thy brethren shall praise.
Mhm.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
Mhm.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Good night. Judah definitely is one of the ones that takes on a leadership role amongst Israel. Of course, we know our king Yahushua comes from the tribe of Judah. It says, "Thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise." You understand? I believe in Revelation chapter 5, verse 5, where it says that it was of the root of the tribe of Judah that would be able to open up the book to reveal the truth of the Bible. So we definitely look up to the tribe of Judah in that respect because of the work that they've put in reestablishing our nation in the last days. This is very much a prophecy that is coming true because we look in admiration to the tribe of Judah when we understand the truth, when we coming back to our true heritage. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Mhm.
From the prey, from the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
You shall rouse him up. You understand? Because this is exactly what when Judah gets backed into a corner, you better be careful. And this is exactly how this tribe specifically has been dealt with over the past 100 years, 200 years. You understand? Now, of course, all the tribes have gone through a lot of persecution and oppression. But the one, when we think of slavery, we automatically don't think about the slavery that includes the northern tribes. We think of the slavery specifically from the tribe of Judah because of just how much they had been put to heel by our enemies. You understand? Read that part again.
Come on. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Mm-hmm.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion,
Mm-hmm.
and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Who shall rouse him up? Now keep going. This part right here is important. Give me verse 10.
Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
The what?
The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
What is that talk? What is the scepter?
It's the ruling rod, sir.
Right, exactly. Like when we the name Tazayar has ambassadors, what his name means, but it literally has characters in it that represent the staff, which means that standard bearer, right?
Right.
It's the person that would hold the flag, or sort of hold, I don't want to say the banner, rather. You understand? And that's exactly what Judah has become in these last days, because they are the rallying tribe that has rallied the tribes together. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what it's prophesying. That's why when people say Hebrew Israelites, they say what? They say what?
Black Hebrew
They
Israelites.
say black Hebrew Israelites, which is definitely a misunderstanding because of the density of people that are from the tribe of Judah that started this movement. So it is just a much higher population of Judah that you see here at first. But read that last part. What did it just say at the end of it? Read verse 10 all the way again.
Come on, sir. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come.
Until who?
Shiloh come.
What does that mean?
Shiloh is the Prince of Peace, sir.
Which would also be from the tribe of Judah, right?
Right.
Shiloh meaning, the peace that would come from Christ actually coming and taking over the earth and setting up the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
It says the scepter now shall not depart from Judah. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was the root. There was the Isupk and the elders. Of course, there may have been some brothers that were from different tribes, but who was the driving force behind that rallying point? It was the tribe of Judah.
Right.
So this prophecy is true, because this is exactly how it played out when you look at the inception of the school. And that's what other people need to understand. Yes, that it is important that we, have that understanding of, yes, the Hebrew Israelites are of dark skin and, different shades of brown and sort of things like that. That's what the scripture says. So we have to actually go and follow even more through with it and stay on point and understanding that this is the rallying point that was spearheaded by Judah. That's why it says at the end of that verse, and unto him shall gathering of the people be. Who's the people? Gathering of the people.
That's all the 12 tribes, sir.
Exactly. Keep going.
Verse 11, binding his fowl unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine.
Mhm.
He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes.
Go ahead.
Verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine,
Mhm.
and his teeth white with milk.
Now, who's that talking about right there?
That's
We're still on Judah. It didn't mention till Shiloh come. Then it's talking about Shiloh, meaning that king is
Right.
going to create, that's going to actually achieve peace on the earth. It says that his garments and wine and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine and his teeth white with milk. Keep going.
Colonel Khan, verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell in the haven of the sea,
Mhm.
and he shall be from an haven of ships,
Mhm.
and his border shall be unto Zidon.
Now, the first part of this scripture is very important because the breakdown on that is, well, where is Zebulun in modern day, in the last days? I'll tell you right now, it's a very high topic in the political arena right now. You got the incoming president elect that wants to take over this part of the world right now. It's called the Panama Canal, which is located where? In Central America, which would be exactly what the scriptures is saying right here, where it says, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea. What does haven mean? It means coast or shore. Haven of the sea. This is one of the most focal points in the entire North, Central, and South American Navy, focal points, because it is an area of trade. It is an area of importance. Remember when that one ship got stuck in the Panama Canal and it dang near shut down the entire half of this globe?
Right.
Remember when that's how you know how much of an important focal point that the tribe of Zebulun's land is, at least in the ancient, in the modern days, that this is where we have that tribe at. And I would know that before it was known as the Panama Canal, it was the land of Campeche, right? It was the land of the so-called Mayans.
Right.
And before that, they were, of course, from the tribe of Zebulun. And the name Zebulun itself means my dwelling, because they were people that knew how to work smart and not as hard. You'll give that title to Issachar as the hardest working tribe. But Zebulun had a very powerful civilization because they made good with the land that they had. They understood the importance of their land. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And he saw that rest was good.
And he what?
And he saw that rest was good.
What tribe always is known for taking that nap midday?
Siesta.
That's the Issachar siesta, right? That's not a surprise. As a strong ass crouching between two burdens. What are those two burdens?
Two burdens are
America,
right,
and then the other side, right? Being pressed by every Edomite nation, always being pressed by them. That's that burden. That's even today. It's the same thing. Crouch between two burdens. Their burden is, where am I going to go? Am I going to try to go up north into America to try to live a better life and get away from the other burden, which is what? The destruction, the poverty, the violence that's going on in South America. You understand what I'm saying? Issachar is a strong ass crouching between two burdens. We know that a donkey is what? A workhorse.
right,
Which is exactly what the tribe of Issachar is. And you can't tell me these scriptures ain't real, because it's going and it's explaining it bit for bit. And this is just one example for each of these tribes. There's a lot of scriptures that can further break down the proof of who they are. People try to say, "Oh, that 12 tribes chart ain't accurate." They don't understand the Bible. That's why they'll say something like that, because they don't know better. But that's why the Isupk and the Commanding General Yahan is here, because we'll give you the whole half of it. We're explaining to you in the Bible why we rally behind the so-called black man.
right,
We're explaining to you in the Bible what Christ looked like, what he's going to look like when he comes back. Eyes red with wine. You understand? Sipping a little bit of that yayan. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You understand? Especially when he done dealt with all the oppression and everything like that, having to go against his lusts of his flesh and coming out on top. That'd be somebody that I would rally behind.
right.
Keep going.
And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
and bowed his shoulder to bear. and became a servant unto tribute.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. Ain't nobody worked harder than Issachar. It says, and bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant unto tribute. That's why you have houses that are built up over here. All them houses that just burned in California, who built those houses?
Issachar.
It's Christ. They got the knowledge on how to do these things. They are a trade-oriented tribe right there.
Right.
Engineers, carpenters, architects. You understand? Brothers that are very useful. Brothers that just innately know how to get things done. Oh, you need your car fixed? He's right there to become a servant under tribute. You pay him, he'll get the job done.
Right.
You need your grass cut? Issachar will get it done. He'll make a whole lawn mowing company and still make enough money to keep his family comfortable. Out of mowing grass. You know what I'm saying? Like how much of a hard worker you got to be to make something out of damn near nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Verse 17, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward.
Keep going.
Verse 18, I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
This is right here. This is a camp scripture that we could definitely reach out and use today, because we about to go out there in front of the Alamo, understanding that Gad was a troop that was overcome. But the end result is, and this is why we go out there and prophesy against this place and this city for the things that they've done, that he's going to get the last laugh.
Right.
That's like what that scripture's saying. He shall overcome at the last.
Right.
It's like we'll see who the Most High is with in the end. Because somebody tried to snicker at you while you were giving your camp speak, and they said, "Oh, y'all still talking about that? We're talking about Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
Oh, you're still on that? Yeah, we're still on that because we already know what's going to happen at the end. The end result. They don't consider that because they don't look for prophecies to understand what's going to happen in the future. Read on.
Verse 20, out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties.
Keep going.
Naphtali, Salakia. 21, verse 21, Naphtali is a hind let loosed.
Mm-hmm.
He giveth goodly words.
Mm-hmm. Those two tribes right there, them tribes, they know how to get along with people. You understand? That's exactly what they're doing out there in was it Argentina? Asher, I'm trying to think, is that Brazil?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them tribes there, there are people that with goodly words. They know how to party. That's for damn sure. You ever see the Brazilian parades and all that kind of stuff going on down there, man?
Carnivals.
You'd have think there was royalty. Well, they are royalty, actually.
Right.
You know, but you know what I'm saying? Like even when we broke and poor, they know how to make everything look good. Make themselves look good, make everything look enticing. That's why you got so much tourism down there, because not only do they live like kings, well, at least they make it seem like they live like kings, but they'll treat their guests like that as well.
Right.
The scripture says, sweet language multiplieth friends. And in this particular, Naphtali says he giveth goodly words. Go ahead.
Verse 22, Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
This is kind of setting up the understanding of why the Most High chose his two sons to be the tribes of Israel. You understand? Not that Joseph is being cast out. It's just telling you that the bountifulness of his roots is one to be respected, to the point where then the tribes that come from him are ones that the Most High prioritizes when we talk about the 12 tribes of Israel. Because by the time you get to Revelation and it mentions the tribes, it mentions Ephraim and Manasseh.
Right.
Not Joseph, which would have been one of the 12 tribes of Israel had the Most High not gone this route. But it is the Most High that chose this route. Go ahead.
Verse 23, the archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. Verse 24, but his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd the stone of Israel.
This is kind of foreshadowing exactly the traits that even Ephraim and Manasseh will have. Keep going.
Verse 25.
Oh, Salakia. Now we got to go back to the Hebrew.
Come on.
Yeah, we got 2 readers up in here, so they're doing a little bit of handful of reading here. Getting a lot of practice though, that's for sure.
Salakia.
No sweat.
Genesis 49, 25.
I'm gonna go to 25. Genesis 49 and 25. You got that?
Hold on. Still pulling it up. Come on. I got it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Ma'al, Abayak, Waya I Zarak, Wa'at, Shadaya, Waya Bara Kak, Salakia, Barakath, Shamayam, Ma'al, Barakath, Thacha, Wam, Rabba, Aith, Salakia, Rabbatazath, Thakath, Barakath, Shadayam, Barakam, no, Salakia, Warakam. Verse 26, Barakath, Abayak, Gabara, Salakia, Gabara, Wa, Al, Barakath, Salakia, Hawaraya, Id, Ta'a, Wath, Gaba, Ith, Iwa, Lum, Thacha, Ya, Yawa, Salakia, Thachaya, Yan, Lavraash, Yawasap, Wala, Quad, Naza, Yar, Acha, Yawa. Verse 27, Banaya, Mawan, Banyamyan, Zaab, Ya, Slakia, Yata, Rap, Baba Kor, Ya'a, Call, I, Wala, I, select, Wala, I, Rob, Wala, I, Rob, Yachal, Lak, Shalah. Verse 28, Call, Allah, Shaba, Daya, Yashra Allah, Shana Yum, Ishar, Waza'ath, Ishar, Dabar, Lacham, Abayacham, Waya the bark, such Salakia. Waya the bar. What's that word, sir? Salakia. Waya the barak. Awa thumb.
Yes, sir.
Ayash. Ashar. Kabara. Kathwa. Barak. A thumb. Verse 29. Waya tazawa. Awa thumb. Waya mar. Alaham. Anaya. Na'a sab. Al. Maya. Kwaba rawa. Ataya. Al. Aba Saya. Al. Hama I Ra. Ashar. Basha Da. I Para One. Hacha Thaya. Verse 30. Bama I Ra. Ashar. Bashara. Slaki? Bashada. Hama Cha Pala. Ashar. Al. Panya. Mamara. Barataza. Kanaan. Ashar. Panya. La Quana. Abraham. Atha. Hasha. Da. Ma'ath. Aparan. Haka Thaya. La'acha Zath. Kabar. Verse 31. Shema. Kwabaran. Kwabarawa. Salak Kabawara. Ath. Abraham. Wa'ath. Shara. Ashathawa. Shama. Kabarwa. Atha. Yatazak. Wa'ath. Rabakwa. Ashathawa. Washa Ma. Kwaba Rathathaya. Ath. Laha.
We'll go back to the English.
Come on,
Read
come
7 verses at a time. Yeah, you start at verse 25. 49 and 25.
on. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 25. Even by the God of thy father who shall help thee, and by the Almighty who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breast and of the womb.
Keep going.
26. The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bond of the everlasting hills. These shall be on the head of Joseph and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren.
Mhm. This is all part of the, you know what I'm saying, the narrative that the Most High is pushing to get Israel to this point where they will be in a safe place. Everything led up to this point right here. And so it's a reminder, and this, of course, why Jacob is so thankful that Joseph held true to what was taught by his father up to the point where now the whole family's good. Because Joseph didn't forget about where he came from. He went and came back and took care of his family. So he deserves that crown of sorts. Go ahead.
Verse 27, Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil.
One of the most warlike tribes right there. If you know anything about the tribe of Benjamin, they're just ready for action at all times. You can't mess with them, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mess with them. Now, of course, they got themselves into quite a bit of trouble in Israel's history, but that goes without saying. They never gave up. They'll fight whoever. They'll fight. They'll come against Israel too if you ain't careful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, don't get on Benjamin's bad side because that's definitely a mistake. Go ahead.
Verse 28. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it that their father spake unto them, and blessed them, every one according to his blessing, and blessing he blessed them.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29. And he charged them and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. In the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron the Hittite for a possession of a burying place.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
So
30.
He's giving them instructions about when he passes away. Go ahead.
Verse 31. There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I buried Leah.
Mm-hmm. So this is a place that's common for their family to be laid to rest. This is the end of verse 31.
Come on, concert.
Cabriar, do we switch out or do we just keep going 7 at a time?
Switch out.
All right. With that, Elijah. Go ahead and state your registry.
Tazia Bansa Balawan Banya Charlotte.
Tazia Bansa Balawan Banya Charlotte.
Yahba Shem Shabbat
Yahba Shem Shabbat. So you're just going to read the next 7 verses. All right. That, Mashabia, which means to sit. We finished verse 31, so you're going to read the last 2 verses of that chapter, and then and of course the first 5 verses of the next chapter.
It's 11. 31, you said? $41, right?
Chapter 49, verse 31, or 30, let's see, 32. 49 and 32, that's where they'll start.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Machpelah, Chasha, Dacha, Wacha, Ma'ai, Raka, Ashar, Bawan, Mata, Mania, Kyota. Verse 33. What you call Yoquab, Letza, Wata, Ata Banayan Waya Sapa Ragalawa Laga Layawa Allah Kamata Waya Ga Wa I Waya Wayasap Allah
This is al.
Ah okay. Am I one?
That's not a na, it's a wa. I'm a yawa.
I'm a Yahweh. The book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 1. Where Yah Paul, Yah what's up? Al, Panya, Abayawa, Wayabak, Alay Yahweh, Wayasha Kwa, Wayashaka, Lawa, verse 2. Wayatazawa, Yawasa, Ata, Ibada Yawa, Ata, Hara, Payum, Hakia, Nata,
Lachanat.
Lakhanat, Ata, Abayawa, Wayakia, Hatwa, Harapa, Yum, Ata, Aisha.
Yasher al.
Oh, Yeshua. It's like Yeshua. Verse 3. Wayama, Lawa, Abba,
Arabayim.
Abraham,
Arabayim.
Arabayim, Yawam, Kaya, Khan, Yala, no, Yama,
La'awa.
Lawa, Yamala Awa, Yamaya, Hakia, Natayam, Wayabakwa, Atwa, Matzariam, Shawayim, Yawam, verse 4. Waya I, Barwa, Imaya,
Yamaya.
Yamaya,
Bakayathwa.
Bakayathwa, Waya, the bar, Yawasab, A, Bayat, Paraya, Nawamar, I'm, Na, Matza,
Athia. Mataza Athia.
Matazaathia, Kun, Baay, Ya, Kayakam,
Ba'ayanyakam.
Baayan Yakam, Nabawa, Na, Pasanya,
Ba'azanya.
Baazanya, Parija, Lawamar, no, sorry, Lamar, verse 5. Abaya, Hasha, But ya Ainhia Lamar Khanaha Anakia
Mhm.
Mata Baka Ba Raya Asha Karayutaya
Mhm.
Laya
Baratazar.
Baarataza Kanan
Mhm.
Shamkha the
Quabaranya.
Kabaranya
Mhm.
wa I
Aita.
Waita al I
Alia.
Alia na Waka Bara Ata Abaya Washa
Shubaba.
Wabat Washa Wabat.
Mhm. Okay, let's get that in the English again.
So like which was it?
Genesis 49 and 32.
Okay.
So again, this is talking about the burial arrangements that Jacob is preparing his sons to hold down. Then it happens, and so there's the process there that they undergo losing the father, which is all of our patriarch. You know, it's a big event for our people. This is a major funeral for Israel because this is the man who I guess obviously Abraham, right, Isaac, and then Jacob. But this is definitely where Israel really starts off because that's what his name was changed to, Israel. Go ahead.
Okay. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 32. The purchase of the field and of the cave that is therein was from the children of Het.
Mm-hmm. So who was bought it from? Go ahead.
Verse 33. And when Jacob had made an end of commending his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed and yielded up the ghost and was gathered unto his people.
Good night. So I was like, he gave that order and then just passed away right shortly after. You know what I'm saying? So he had all his sons with him when it happened.
Mhm.
You know, and then honestly, if you lived a full life, that's about as good as you could possibly ask for to be there with your family, to give them comforting words, and to go out strong the way he did, because he was prophesying till the very end of his life. You know what I'm saying? So this was a heavy thing to see. Go ahead.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 1. And Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him
Mm-hmm.
and kissed him. Verse 2. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father.
Mm-hmm.
And the physicians embalmed Israel.
Notice how his name's Israel here, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And 40 days were fulfilled for him, for so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 10
Yeah,
days.
even the Egyptians mourned him. That's crazy. But that's the embalming process. It says 40 days were fulfilled for him. So are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And what does the embalmment do? Is it kind of sort of preserves the body in the state that it is right as it passes, right? I don't know if it's a fluid or something like that that's put, but that's part of the process. Go ahead.
So that's not our culture, though.
No, but it was done though.
Okay.
Yeah, it was done at that time. And then you don't really see anything like that mentioned later on. You're right, but it was done here. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 3. And 40 days were fulfilled for him, and so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned him the Egyptians mourned for him 10 days.
70 days. Go ahead.
Okay, on verse 4. And when the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, verse 5, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die, in my grave, which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan, there shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again.
So he's talking to Pharaoh. He says, "Listen, I made a covenant with my father that where I would bury him is where, where he wanted me to bury him, because there's a significance to where that was. That was where other members of his lineage went and laid to rest, right? So it was that journey that Joseph needed to ask the Pharaoh just to confirm that it was cool to go do that. And then we'll see what the Pharaoh says here in a second. But we got to switch out readers again. So with that, Majim, got a little bit more. I think there's a couple more sections. Come on, back up. Priest. Go ahead.
Call y'all up on Yashkar on Yasha Allah.
Yalla ban Yashakar ban Yasha Allah.
Yahweh Shem Yoshabakah.
Yahaba Shem Shabakata. Go ahead. With that, Mashabi. You're going to read verses 6 through 12.
Come on, Khan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wayamar, Parai, Ayla, Wakwa. What was that? Bar? Ath. It's like it. Abayak. Ka'ashar. Hashaba. Ya'ak. Verse 7. Waya'al. So like Waya'al. Yawasat. Lakwabar. Ath. Abayawa. Waya'ai. Lawa. Aitawa. Call. Iba. Daya. It's like it. Parai. Zakwa. Naya. Bayathawa. Wakal. Zakwa. Naya. Arataza. Matazarayam. Verse 8. Wakal. Bayath. Yawasap. Select Wa'akya. Wa'akyawa. Wabayath. Abayawa. Rakwa. Tapam. Wataza'a. Nam. Waba Kwaram. Aiza Bawa. Barataza. Gashan. Verse 9. Waya Al. I Mawa. Gam. Rakab. Gam. Parashayam. Wayahaya. Hama. Khana.
Read to verse 13.
Come on, concert. Kabad. Ma'ad. Verse 10. Waya ba awa. I. Garan. Ha'a. Tad. Ashar. Ba'ai. Bar. Hayara. Dan. Waya. Tapa. Dawa. Sham. Matapad,
Masa.
Salakia, Masapad,
Mhm.
Gada Wal,
Mhm.
Wakabad, Ma'ad, Waya Aish, Salakia, La Abba, Salakia, La Abayawa,
Mhm.
Abal, Shabbat, Aith, Yama Yam, verse 11, Wayara, Wayara,
Mhm.
Yawa Sab, Ha'arataza, Kan Hakanaya Yanaya Ath, Ha'abal,
Bagara.
Bagaran, Ha'atad,
Mhm.
Marwan,
Mhm.
or Marawa. Is that a wa at the end?
Yeah.
A ball, Kabad, Za, La Matazarayam, Al, Khan, Kara, Shama, Abal, Matazarayam, Ashar, by I Bar, Hayara Dan,
Mhm.
verse 12, by Ya'ai Shawa, Banyawa, Lawa, Khan, Ka'ashar, Taza, Wan, verse 13, Wayasha Awa, Atawa, Banayawa, Arataza, Kanaan, Waya Kwaba Rawa, Watawa, it's like Atawa, Bama I Rath, Shada, Hamaka Pala, Ashar, Kwana, Abraham, Atha, Hashada, La'acha Zath, Kwabar, Ma'ath, it's like Iparan, Ha, Haka Thaya, Al, Panya, Panaya, Mamara, it's like Mara'a,
Excellent. Good day in English.
what was it at? It's like,
It was verse. Let's see. Start of verse 6.
okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 50, verse 6 in the English.
Mhm.
And Pharaoh said, Go up and bury thy father according as he made thee swear. Verse 7. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went all of the servants of Pharaoh and the elders of the house and all the elders of the land of Egypt and all the house of Joseph and his brethren and his father's house. Only their little ones and their flocks and their herds they left in the land of Goshen. Verse 9. And there went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a very great company. Verse 10. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond Jordan. And there they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning for his father 7 days.
Keep going.
And when the inhabitations of the land of the Canaanites saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, "This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians." Wherefore the name of it was called Abel Mizraim, which is beyond Jordan.
That just means meadow of Egypt. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and his sons did unto him according as he commanded them.
Verse 13.
Verse 13, for his sons carried him into the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah,
Right.
which Abraham bought with the field for possession of a bearing place of Ephraim the Hittite before Mamre.
And it always keeps repeating that because it's just letting you know that again was bought by Abraham and who he dealt with to get that land is proof that that is in fact their bearing place. His sons did good and completing the task that the father said to do, and so it was an event. You know what I'm saying that had a lot of people attend. He went from being considered somebody in the land, nobody knowing who he is, to now an entire civilization knowing of this man and even mourning him because of the respect that they have for him. You know what I'm saying? So with that, Amalgam. No, that was it.
La Yashua Allah.
La Yashua Allah.
The song will play after to turn your face east. And read the Lord's Prayer and wash out the Dutch. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Tabah. Wadazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Latanana. Lakam. Ka. Yavam. Masalagna. Kabawatna. Kabawatna. Wala. Tabi'ayna. Messiah one. Abo. Aishayna. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Amen.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. All right. Now at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to salute the scroll. All right, turn face towards me. Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barak Yah. Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barak Yah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did you do the? No, I did. Hold on, you gotta redo that.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barak Yah.
Damn right. All right, go ahead and sit it in. And go ahead and blow the horn. Second priest. All right, since we may remain seated. At this time, what we're going to do is we're going to give the brothers one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatam, Yadim Matap, Sar. We're going to turn to the sisters for one courtesy salute. Sisters, you may stand. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Yadim Matap, dismiss.